Hello everyone. In this session, I'm going to talk about the second unit of MMPM-2. Okay, so this second unit it is about diversity of selling situations. So how selling situations may differ from one another. So that's what we are going to uh, talk about. So as you can see on your screen, this is given here second unit. So this diversity of selling situations explain how each selling situation is different from other. Okay, that is about the diversity. The different conditions under which the personal selling is especially effective. So these things means diversity of selling situation explains these two things. Explain how each selling situation is different from other and the different conditions under which personal selling is especially effective. Okay, so personal selling they're given described as direct communication between paid representatives and prospects that lead to transactions, customer satisfaction, account development and profitable relationships. So now you see this is described as direct communication. So personal selling, it is a kind of direct communication between paid representatives. So paid representatives are salespeople and the prospects that lead to transactions. So prospects are customers and this transaction, or you can say paid lead to transactions, and this transaction in between the salespeople, or the you can say the paid representatives and prospects leads to customer satisfaction. It means whatever it is the transaction in between the salesman and the customer, that leads to customer satisfaction. Account development, because some kind of monetary transaction has happened, so that's given the account development. And profitable relationships, and there it is also a relationship development in between the salespeople and the customer. So this is highly distinctive and employed for the purpose of creating product awareness, stimulating interests, developing brand preferences. Now you see highly distinctive. This is highly distinctive in the sense that it is employed for the purpose of creating product awareness. So this is to create the product awareness if the product is in the initial stage when the customers are not knowing about the products. So in that situation we can use personal selling to create product awareness. And then you have stimulating interest, stimulating interests, developing brand preferences, etc. The second point there given, the growing importance of personal selling. So what are the reasons behind the growing importance of personal selling? So the first first reason that is given, increased complexity of products. Nowadays products have become much more complex, so that's why customers are not able to understand on their own. So that's why some people, or so you can some representatives of the company are required for explaining those customers that how a particular product is going to benefit them. Second given reason, growing competition from domestic and foreign sources. So that is the second reason, because there is a lot of competition in the marketplace. So that's why there is need of personal selling, because personal selling boosts selling, or you can say sales volume. Third given, inertia may keep consumers from buying. Given here, inertia may keep consumers from buying. Sales efforts stimulate the process. So there are many customers who want to buy, but due to inertia or due to some kind of you can say inactiveness make them not to buy. So that's why here sales efforts stimulate that process to buy. Fourth reason given, buyers need special information for some goods. Okay, buyers need some special information for some goods, so that's why those informations are provided by the company through sales representatives. So fifth given, industrial products. Industrial products are highly complex in nature and require personal selling, because Whenever there is complex products, then in that case how that product can be used, that should be conveyed to the buyer, because buyers are going to buy only those products which are useful for them. And first thing which they need to know is that how that particular product is going to work. So that's why in case of industrial products, personal selling is required. Then you have situations conducive for personal selling. What are the situations when personal selling is conducive, or you can say favorable? So the first, it is product situation. On the basis of product, how, or you can say when the product is going to make personal selling effective. So first given product situation, when a product is of high unit volume. Okay, what given when a product is of high unit value. So if the price of one particular unit is very high, then in that case personal selling is required. Second, given when the product is in the introductory stage. When the product is in the introductory stage, then people are not aware about the product. So that's why that kind of information should be provided by the salesman to the customer. So that's here given when the product is in the introductory stage. Then you have requires demonstration. Whenever any product requires demonstration, then also it is beneficiary, or you can say it is better to use a personal selling method. Then you have no brand loyalty. Whenever there is no brand loyalty about a kind of product, then in that case also personal selling is useful. Second, you can say the situation, that is market situation. The first, it was the product situation. On the basis of different kinds of product, we can use personal selling. Now here we talk about the market situation. Okay, so in what kind of market situations we can use personal selling? There you have the first one. Second one, market situation. When a company is selling to large size buyers. Okay, when a company is selling to large size buyers, so in that case personal selling is required, because a lot of information should be provided to the large size buyers. Because if that is much at a stake, then in that case buyers need a lot of information about the product and the supply of the product. So that's why in that case personal selling, it will be useful, so that sellers, or you can say salesmen, can provide relevant information to the buyers. Second, you have sales in a small local market. So whenever there it is sell in the small local market, then also personal selling it is preferable because there is no need to spend money on the advertisement or any other source, and you can say in other kind of marketing strategy. So there you need personal selling. Then this third given company situation. First, it was the product situation on the basis of the kind of product. Second, it was the market situation on the basis of the kind of market. And the third, it is given company situation. A company cannot afford to have a large and regular advertising. Okay, whenever a company cannot afford to have a large and regular advertising, then in that case personal selling it is preferred. And the fourth given, consumer behavior situation. So on the basis of the behavior of the consumer, so they are given the first purchases are valuable but infrequent. Whenever the purchases are whenever the purchases are valuable but infrequent, then in that case personal selling is you can say is preferable, because in these situations since purchases are valuable, so that's why customers want a lot of information regarding the product. So that's why here in this situation, whenever there it is a valuable purchase but infrequent, then in those cases sales people are required, so that they can provide the relevant information to the customers. Then you have consumer needs. Consumer needs instant answer to the question. Okay, whenever consumer wants or needs instant answer to the question, then in that case personal selling is preferred, because if any kind of question it is in the mind of consumers, then salespeople can directly give the answer to those questions immediately. So that is very important. Then you have a third one, that is consumers require persuasion. So when the consumer require persuasion, then in that case also it is better to use personal selling. So that's about the situations conducive for personal selling. The first base we can be the product situation, means on the basis of different kinds of product. Second, it was the market situation according to the different kinds of markets. And then on the company situation, when the company cannot afford to have a large and regular advertising. And the fourth one, there it is given consumer behavior. It means whenever consumer wants immediate answer, or if there it is need of consumer persuasion, okay, or you can say whenever there it is a valuable purchases, then in those situations we need personal selling. Then changing role of salesperson. There you have changing role of salespersons. So first role of the salesperson, that is in communication strategy, shifting towards engaging communication. Okay, nowadays communication strategy, it means salespeople not only provide the information, but that information should be provided in engaging way, so that consumers engage with the communication and they understand the importance of the product for their own. So in that case, here it is shifting towards engaging communication. Second, that is given persuasive strategy, means communicator communicate or to understand consumer needs. There it is communicated to understand consumer needs. So that's given persuasive strategy. Here in case of salesperson not only to act as a communicator, but also to understand the consumer needs. So here that's the situation here is changing. Okay, then you have, let me check. Okay, battery backup is very less. Okay, at least this one I can complete. Then you have this one, negotiation strategies. Product terms are adjusted to meet consumer needs than just overcoming objections of consumers. It means here product terms are adjusted, means whatever the product terms are there, so those product terms are adjusted to meet consumer needs. Okay, so that means here not only we are going to overcome the objections of consumers, but also we are going to adjust the product terms. Fourth one given, business management strategies. So responsible means salespeople are responsible for managing territory as a strategic business unit, because in a particular region they are the sole, or you can say they are the person who are going to manage each and everything. So that's why they are given responsible for managing territory as a strategic business unit. Then what given next, types of selling. Then classification of personal selling, there you have, and then development, quality circles. Okay, I think battery. Okay, now let me see. Now this one, it is about types of personal selling. That's what I think given. Okay, I think we were here, means types of selling. Yes. Okay, types of personal selling. So what different types of personal sellings are there, that's we have to discuss also. So as you can see on your screen, so here you have this industrial selling. What there it is given, industrial selling. In this selling, there it is business to business selling. That industrial selling is also known as business to business selling. And under this we have selling to resellers, selling to business users. Third degree, that is given institutional selling, and fourth given selling to government. So these are different kinds of industrial sellings. Then you have retail selling. This one it was the first, that is industrial selling, and under industrial selling you got the selling to resellers, selling to business users, institutional selling, selling to governments. Second, there you have retail selling, and third there it is service selling. These are different types of personal selling. Then the next, that is given classification of personal selling approaches. So what different approaches can be used for personal selling? So the first one, as you can see here, there you have first the stimulus response selling. So in this, stimuli can elicit responses. It means here we use a stimuli for the response of the prospect. Means the way we want the prospect to behave or to purchase, that we can achieve by some kind of stimuli. Then second approach for personal selling, that is mental state selling. So in case of mental state selling, this AIDA approach we use. AIDA means A for attention, I for interest, D for desire, and A for action. It means first we need to create attention of the prospects, then we need to create interest in those prospects, then after creating desire, and then finally lead to action. Third kind, that is given need satisfaction selling. In this, we try to satisfy the needs of prospect consumers. Fourth, that is problem solving selling. In this approach we try to solve the problems of consumers. And the fifth one, that is given here, consultative selling, that it helping customers reach strategic goals. It means whatever strategic goals of customers are there, so those strategic goals can be achieved through consultative selling. Then you have diversity of selling situation. What different possibilities are there in selling situations? So on the basis of creative skills, so there you have, on the basis of creative skills required, from simple service to complex developmental selling. So simple service selling, that you have aims to obtain sales from existing customers whose habits and thought patterns are already known. Now you can see here, on the basis of creative skills required, okay, means we can get different kinds of selling situations on the level of, or you can say on the basis of creative skills required. The first, that is there, service selling. It aims to obtain sales from existing customers. It means from the existing customers such kind of sales require, okay, whose habits and thought patterns are already known. Okay, so in this case service selling, we know the patterns and you can say patterns of habits and thought. Then there you have developmental selling. So development seeks to create new customers. Okay, in service selling, there we had existing customers and we need to provide different kinds of you can say service. We sell them and we know habits and thought patterns of those people. But in case of developmental selling, we seek to create new customers. Sales positions may be categorized into three groups. Okay, sales position, three groups. First, there it is group A, that is known as service selling. So that I already explained, that subgroups here given, delivery salesperson. Okay, so service selling means just like here, delivery salesperson, inside order taker, missionary salespeople, and technical sales. Okay, these are different subgroups of service selling. So in case of delivery salesperson, the salesperson deliver the product to the final consumer. And second, it is inside order taker. It means these salespeople take the orders from the consumer in the or you can say in the business setup or in the retail stores. Then there you have third one, missionary salespeople. They only provide the information to the consumer. And here in fourth one, that is technical sales. In this complex products or services are being sold out, and technical help also provided to the final consumers. Then you have group B, that is developmental selling. Subgroups are given: creative salesperson of tangible products, creative salespeople of intangible products, and consultative sales. Okay, so that's about the developmental selling. Then you have, so there it was the second group, group B, and there you have group C, that is basically developmental but requiring unusual creativity. So creativity also require here, but this is also development, but requiring unusual creativity, means very high level of creativity here it is required. And this is political indirect or backdoor selling, selling wherein salespersons engaged in multiple sales calls. So here the first one given political indirect backdoor selling, and the second one that is given multiple selling, means the salespeople are engaged in multiple selling. So these were the three you can say situation, selling situation. So these were selling situation, that the first service selling, second one there it is developmental selling, and third one there it is developmental selling but requiring unusual creativity. And then you have this 2.8 qualities and skills of an effective salesman, so or salesperson. What different kinds of qualities and skills are required for being an effective salesman? So Philip Kotler, a renowned scholar, said that two qualities are required: empathy and persuasion. Okay, empathy and persuasion, it means salespeople should be able to understand the others needs, and by understanding that they should also be able to persuade people. So that's the others given: ability to assess customers' need and desires, ambition, appearance, mean that appearance should be good, and ambition it means salespeople should be ambitious. Business sense means they should know the business processes. And then creativity, they should be creative kind of people. Curiosity, they should be also curious, because by curiosity they can understand about the needs of consumers. Then there you have enthusiasm, I mean salespeople should be enthusiastic also. Quantitative ability, they should have knowledge of quantitative techniques to analyze different aspects of their work. They should be flexible. And then friendly, they should be friendly to the consumers, or you can say to the prospects. Writing, they should be able to write clearly, and they should have good health. Interest in job, it means they should be interested in the job. If they are not interested, then in that case they will not be able to do the work properly. Then you have the knowledge, it means those salespeople should be knowledgeable about many different aspects of the product and the organization, and the consumer behavior also. And they should be loyal to the organization. And motivation means they should be motivated to work. Persuasiveness means they should have ability to persuade the consumers or the prospects. Self-starter, it means they should start on their own. There should not be any necessity of any external person to pitch them to start something. And they should be able to speak fluently. Then you have nature of activities in sales situation. What different kinds and the nature of activities in the sales situations are there? First kind of nature of activities that is given, the problem solving activity for the customer. Okay, the first kind of activities, it should be problem solving activities for the customer, which means salespeople should be able to solve the problems of the customer. So that's here it is given the first kind. The second kind given the coordinating buyers and seller activities. It means they should be able to coordinate the buyers and sellers, or you can say the manufacturers or the consumers. Okay. Then you have attending a trade show. It means they should be able to go, or they should be curious about attending nature. So this is the activity, because salespeople also need to attend a trade show, because from there they can get many different kinds of ideas regarding their work. Attending educational workshops, because from time to time they should attend educational workshops so that they can understand the changing pattern of their job. Then keeping records. I mean, they should be also able to keep records of their work. I think that's all about this second unit, and then in the next session I will talk about the third unit. So thank you all. We will again see in the next session.